Hi guys, Josh here, welcome back to Herker Shell Gaming. So starting a new series today, just taking a very minor break from Ninja Gaiden before I wear my thumbs out. It's called Raji. I don't know too much about it. I know it's supposed to be very good, and it's kind of an ancient Indian epic type game.
This is the heart of our story. Golu and Raji, brother and sister. And this was their whole world, this one small carnival. The other performers were their friends, their only family. This was home. On that day before their performance, Raji took her brother aside. "Did you forget, little brother?" she asked him. And she tied a rakhi to his hand, for it was the feast of Raksha Bandhan. Although it was a feast day, they still had coins to earn. So Raji walked on tight ropes and tumbled for the crowd. While Golu told his puppet tales of ancient times when demons walked the lands. A long, long time ago, a demon did penance. For showing such devotion, Brahma blessed him with immortality and a mighty weapon of all. Upon receiving, he united the demons to wage a war. Bhumi Devi urged him to stop. He killed her, ruthlessly without thought. This angered Shiva greatly, and he stomped, dividing the continents. And the demons were forever lost. But as he spoke, the skies darkened and the earth shook. And other figures dressed as demons strode through the crowd. These were not masks. This was not a child's tale. As the demons turned to slaughter, Raji tried to reach her brother. He'd been hurt and he was scared, and she knew she must protect him. But in that moment, Raji failed, for the Garasura demons took Golu from her. Raji, awake, my child.
Okay, we're right back here. Interesting. Okay, so there's lots to kind of dissect there from that opening cutscene. Yeah, and cool, we can move around. I mean, it's really fascinating the kind of setting they've put this game in. There's not too many games I can think of set in kind of ancient India. I know there was like one of those Assassin's Creed Chronicle games set in India, but I'm not sure what period it was set in. I'm quite fascinated by this. My day job, requires me to know a bit about world religions, so I'm quite interested to see how they play on the sort of Hindu mythology side of things. Really interesting story so far. That idea that Golu has been kidnapped by a load of demons. Again, demons play a big part in Hindu mythology. The one that's kind of springing to mind for me at the moment is one of the kind of real big books in Hinduism, is the Mahabharata. Probably a little disclaimer just whilst we get started, guys. Any things I mispronounce or get wrong, do forgive me. I'm not doing it to be a jerk. It's just my ignorance on that side of things. It's not doing it intentionally. But yeah, the Mahabharata. This is cool. The environments look great in this. Shades of Aladdin here with big sort of lion/tiger head. But I know the Mahabharata is kind of almost like the Hindu equivalent of the Iliad. That idea of a great big epic battle. In that case, demons. I think it was demons versus humans at battle.
It is so much weight to put on the shoulders of a mortal. Is this one strong enough?
Time will tell.
So this is cool. I like that Durga's kind of championing me and sort of saying, yeah, you know, I've chosen her, and Vishnu's sort of raising these questions over my capabilities, which is probably a fair thing to do.
I need you now. Her brother and the other children had been seized by the Gadasura. I told her that she must be strong. Her journey would be difficult and full of unknowns. I blessed her with the Trishul, my most powerful weapon that Shiva had given to me. This, with Raji's own serenity and strength, would save her brother.
This is really cool. So we have been given a weapon. From what I'd heard about this game and what's kind of a trailer for it, I wasn't 100% sure if it was going to be just a kind of straight up walking sim type game. But that's really cool. It sounds like there's going to be some combat. Having a little look around, make sure there's no collectibles, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be that sort of game. Okay, cool. So there's platforming as well. This is quite neat.
She walks boldly into a dark cave. She leaps chasms. She stands fearless before a goddess.
So I like this as well. I like that Vishnu's kind of questioning my capabilities. For those of you who aren't sure, Vishnu is one of the most important gods in Hinduism. He's part of this trinity. Trinity is probably a really inappropriate word, but this sort of group of three gods called the Trimercy. It's him, Brahma, and Shiva, and they make up kind of the cycle of everything. So you've got Brahma, who's the creator, who's got four mouths, or four faces, And then you've got Vishnu, who's a preserver, who's there to kind of protect everything, keep it going, and several times has come to Earth in the form of different heroes to kind of protect humanity. Two of the biggest ones were Rama, who's the hero of the Ramayana, and then you've got Krishna, who features a lot in the Mahabharata, the book I mentioned a minute ago. And then you got Shiva, who we've been introduced to, who's the destroyer. And was famously quoted by, I believe it was Shiva was quoted by Robert Oppenheimer when they detonated that atomic bomb in the desert during the Manhattan Project, and he said, "I'm become death, the destroyer of worlds." Very, very eerie quote. Right, I've nerded out enough on kind of history and religion and stuff. I mean, the game's great so far. I'm really, really enjoying it. It seems like just one of those kind of easy to play.
See, she is learning to think and to use the skills of her childhood.
Games, nice bits of platforming. Oh, that was embarrassing. Just as I was saying the platforming was easy, and just as Durga was fighting my side and saying how good I am, I jumped down a hole. Not good. There we go, we got it this time. Still not quite as bad as some of my Ninja Gaiden fails.
To save her brother, Raji must face the demons. She held the Trishul, and it was a gift of great power. It was blessed by Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, and would help her stand against her terrible foe. But it was also a great responsibility. To wield it, she would need strength, courage, and belief.
Have any of you seen my brother? The other guard. Go, now, before they come back.
Oh cool, we rescued some kids, that's great. Okay, don't know if I want to go through there. The environments in this game are gorgeous, it's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. Platforming feels good and fair. The game's really nice to look at. No, I think we're going to go up here. Yeah, it's a really, really pretty game. I really like the setting and the music. It's very, very atmospheric. Okay, it's a bit of a tutorial here. Ah, it's for combat. Okay.
Fight, Raji. Be the warrior.
Okay, so we've got kind of light and heavy attacks by the looks of it. Oh, cool, a little range one. Oh, wow. Okay, and X is dodge. So it's got one of those kind of quite simple combat systems. It's kind of interesting because the combat system reminds me of you know, those kind of Batman Arkham and Shadow of Mordor type games.
This door is weaker
But weirdly enough, I don't know why, I can't shake the feeling of this game, but it reminds me of the remake. I can't remember when it was released, but of Prince of Persia, and I played that on Xbox 360. The one that was all kind of cell shaded, and you ended up, like, enemies tended to be boss fights. There wasn't really like lots of group enemies that you just sort of mowed through. There was, every enemy was a boss fight. I don't know why, this game's just reminded me of that quite a bit. Okay, so rolling attack, great. Oh, And another demon. I'm taking a few too many hits here. I think I'm going to have to get used to this combat. And you've got kind of finishing moves as well, which is pretty cool.
See, my daughter? They are not as strong as you. But beware. Not all foes will be foolish enough to let you so close.
Nice, there we go, got finish on him. Okay, ranged attack. Combat is very, very tricky. It's very precise. But it definitely feels fair. I'll give it that. A lot less punishing than Ninja Gaiden.
What's this?
Okay, we got the wall run, great.
She's a circus performer, Raji. See what she can do.
Oh, look at these environments, they're lovely. Okay, so you can speed down those. Okay, so we can do a sort of swing attack off poles, that's good. I suppose she is a, they said at the start she's like a sort of circus act, isn't she? She's like a sort of trapeze artist or whatever she is. So I guess it makes sense that she's quite sort of acrobatic and agile. So the combat feels satisfying. I love these changing camera angles as well.
The mandala shows each person their past.
There is always a purpose to such visions.
Okay, so I think we've got a little puzzle here. Okay, and they change colour when you get them right, I guess. There we go. So this surely has to go around there. There we go.
Oh, it is myself.
Cool,
and Olu.
perfect. Okay, nice little puzzle there. Any collectibles? No, nothing here either. I'm just... yeah, let's go back down here, because there was a little area off to the left. I don't think we had a look in it. Oh, what's this up ahead?
There. Amrit Bund. The golden nectar.
Okay, interesting. So I think that refilled our
Its power
health.
will heal your wounds.
And health is called Amrit. And I know about Amrit in the context of Sikhism. I've not really heard of it in a Hindu context, but that's probably my ignorance. Oh, cool. Little flippy attack. But Amrit, I'm pretty sure it's kind of like it's kind of considered almost like a nectar. And in Sikhism it's used in this ceremony called the Amrit or Amrit Sankar, I'm pretty sure. And that's when a Sikh gets made a member of the Khalsa, so they're kind of showing their devotion and they'll carry a 5Ks and all that sort of stuff. And that became a big deal because of Guru Gobind Singh, who basically asked a load of people to offer their heads to him. And then reattach their heads and bless them with Amrit and all that kind of stuff. So it's just interesting to hear a word I'm familiar with, but with a religion that's different to the one I've mainly been talking about, show up. So I don't know if there's going to be kind of Sikh influences in this game, or whether it is just the fact Amrit plays a part in Hinduism and I'm ignorant of it. Okay, so another flippy attack, but this time off pole. Nice, that seems pretty powerful. And then this will be our, yeah, so you can do it off of those things as well. Oh, I need to get better at dodging these guys. I must say, I'm really enjoying this. Really just pleasant to play, and the combat feels satisfying compared to kind of hacking away at zombies like I have been in Ninja Gaiden for the last few days.
A shrine to Kali.
Your sister's shrines are fed by violence. Raji can make use of that if she's careful.
Okay. So Kali's blessed me, I guess. I don't know if that's good or bad. From what I know about Kali, she's pretty scary. Yeah, that seems pretty good.
She begins to learn the Trishula's
Hopefully she'll stay on my side. Nice, made short work of them with the help of Kali. I've been noticing when I do those sort of finishing moves, there's a little purple orb that flies to me, and I think I've just clocked that's the Amrit again. So when you do one of those kind of finishing moves, I think it gives you some health back. You definitely need to just get a bit better at timing. There we go. Okay, so you can keep getting blessings from Kali. Or not. Interesting. Let's try going back. No? And I'm pressing R2 again. I guess it's like a limited resource. You can go and see her once or twice.
You must admit, she shows promise.
She
Might be a
will
bit
need
overpowered
dark
otherwise.
skills. That is so true, and they will be sorely tested. But that is not what I meant when I asked if she was strong. Look here, Durga. They have captured your own story. Ah, Mahishasura, the shape-shifter, the buffalo demon. Evil incarnate. Yet, without him, you would not have come to be. This This is the moment when he was granted the boon by Brahma. No man could kill him. Mahishasura, the
here's same
shapeshifter,
again.
the buffalo demon.
Really cool bits of lore though and backstory.
Yet, without him, you would not have come to be. This
Looks
is
like we have
the
another
moment
one up ahead here.
when he was granted the boon by Brahma. And here, Mahishasura seized the heavens, unkillable, defeating and driving out all the devas, and even Indra himself.
These are really cool ways of kind of filling in story. Love the artwork on them as well. I keep saying this, but I really like the look of this game.
Your birth, Durga. The devas knew it was their only chance to create a being capable of destroying their foe. All their power focused into one body, gifted with all their weapons. I wonder what your first thoughts were.
Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, probably should have dropped there. Yeah.
You forced him back. I remember it well. You on a lion's back, leading the battle line. The devas flocking behind you, inspired with new courage. Mahishasura at bay, forced to take his true form. The monstrous buffalo, stamping and blowing, crushing warriors with his hooves and throwing them into the air with his great horns. The killing blow struck with the trishul in your hand. There was no fear on your face, although Mahishasura had shaken the heavens themselves. The battle light in your eyes, determination on your brow. I knew then what the devas had made, and I knew then what change you would bring to our world. From evil comes great good. Such is the balance of the world.
Okay, I think that might be all of them. I went quiet there, guys, just let you kind of listen to them rather than have me rabsing on. Really interesting lore though. I think, although my knowledge is limited... Oh, okay, I started doing that before I realised there was a second jump. It's quite an interesting one. I think a lot of that stuff was pretty well tied into Hindu mythology. Like that idea of all the kind of devas being interlinked as such and being able to give up, I suppose, part of themselves to create Durga. It's really good.
What is corruption?
Okay, this looks
All
kind of
things
imposing.
change.
Oh, hello, is this... Yeah, this seems to be a... Yeah, boss fight. Okay. Bit of bullet hell. Love it. Brings me back to Cuphead. Oh, right, okay. I'm dead. Okay, cool. Pretty fair. I can't tell if I'm hurting him or not. He's definitely hurting me though. I'm not really sure what these lines on the floor are. Am I supposed to interact with something? Climb? Am I supposed to do something else? Okay. Third time's charm. Okay, yeah, I am damaging him. So he's springy. But yeah, I am definitely damaging him. Although those orbs do keep hitting me. Hopefully I can finish him. Yeah, there we go. It was hard to tell if you needed to climb one of those poles or kind of... I think the lines on the floor were just showing that the arena was blocks in. That you couldn't kind of leave there. And we got another little puzzle here. It's pretty cool. Big scary faces on the tree. Ah, okay, cool. Let's try this one. Yeah, surely that fits, doesn't it? I mean, I'm quite pleased. We've already beaten our first boss. That's great. And he wasn't too hard. I know he absolutely mullered me a couple of times, but I think compared to the other game that I'll stop mentioning that I've been playing recently, it was a piece of cake, really. Ah, cool. I feel like we're getting somewhere now. Cool.
The tree showed Raji a vision of Golu, of dark clouds and a gathering storm, threatening destruction on the world. And behind it all, a being of great power and malice.
The route is open to the fortress of Jaidar. She is indeed strong, Durga.
She is. I hope she is strong enough to bear what she finds inside.
Okay, so us repairing that tree was pretty cool. I love that system they have in games sometimes where you go and sort of purge the darkness or the horror from a place. That, interestingly enough, that was a big thing in Prince of Persia that I compared this to earlier. That idea, I think in that it was darkness, it was like these oil monster things, and you'd purge the land and then it would be all beautiful and lovely again like this. And the other game I was really fond of that did it was for Saboteur back on Xbox 360, and that was set in Paris during the occupation by the Nazis, and every time you sort of blew up a depot or something, the game would go from black and white to colour. So that was a cool implementation of it as well. Oh, is this the arena we're going into now? This looks pretty cool. I think there's a real place that's kind of similar to that as well. I remember seeing on a documentary with those kind of interlocking stairs. Don't know if it's kind of Hindu temple or Jain or Jainist temple.
The fortress will be a challenge for her, but she is growing into her power. I think Mahabalasura and his demons will soon regret the capture of her brother.
Wow, this is pretty amazing. What gorgeous view. Okay guys, I'm going to leave this part here for today, and next time we'll carry on and delve a bit further. Really enjoying Raji so far. It's real nice to play something new. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe, and bye bye.